John Dvorak with the Rice County Fair.
Pull the mics down. Take them. Turn the mics down.
Did you notice, John, that they haven't given me the title of like executive director of the farm department or anything like that?
It's just a title.
It's just a title. Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, this warm weather gives me the idea it is almost fair time.
It's getting closer, and every day it gets closer and closer. I hate to say that every day, but it's true, it does. And we're making all our preparations that we need to make, and things are kind of moving on track. Our passport tickets that we sell are printed. When I leave here, I'm going to pick them up, and they're going to be delivered to Hy-Vee, and they're going to be selling them for us at Hy-Vee again this year, like always, and they'll be there this afternoon, so people can come by and start picking up and buying their passport to fun tickets.
Is that a code word for ride tickets?
That is a code word for ride tickets.
And most of the rides, maybe this is a sign I'm getting old, but I look at a lot of those rides and I'm thinking, that's for the younger crowd.
Yeah, I thought that way a long time ago.
Actually, I think we should have a competition at the Rice County Fair. Everybody here at KDHL has to go on like the zipper or something and see how long they can make it. See who can ride it the longest.
I think that would be a good idea. Everybody from KDHL here, that would, we could put Dwayne on there and see how many times. We could probably just put it on there and just tell them to, let it go.
Why is John? Yeah, just forget. Wait for it to run out of gas or run out of electricity. But I'm sorry. You have to have a carnival there to have a fair. I don't know why. It's the atmosphere. It's something, but.
It is. They go hand in hand. And we're very fortunate. We have one of the best carnivals in the state, if not the best carnival in the state.
What is it? Gold Star?
It's Gold Star Amusements, and we look forward to having them there every year. And they go in and no incidents. They're friendly. They're courteous to the people. They make the riders feel at home, and they're just a great. I can't say enough good stuff about them because they.
And they
really
always look so
great.
nice. The polo shirts where everybody has matching polo shirts and slacks.
Exactly, and they're part of the organization. They all have their T-shirts on and they're all well groomed and clean cut, and they just make it a friendly atmosphere to entice you to come and ride the rides or play the games.
And what is the schedule of all the rides? They start Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning?
No, the rides will start at 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
It's going to be, we still have the issue, where they're finishing up. They finish up at 3 different fairs before they come to Rice County, to get all that equipment pulled in and driving through the night and setting up during the night. We just made that decision a few years ago, for the safety of everybody and the carnival having enough time to put everything together and not to rush it. We decided that we'll start on Wednesday.
Well, you know what? My book, we're out there Monday afternoon already as things are getting set up. Tuesday afternoon we kind of kick off. There's a Fair Queen coronation Tuesday night. Nobody's really interested in the rides at that point yet anyway, not till Wednesday mostly.
It depends who you talk to, but we do get some people that complain about it, but you're right, it's kind of a startup day. The 4-H is coming in with their livestock, and it's the way it works out.
It works out best for everybody. We have Executive Secretary John Dvorak of the Rice County Fair. Have you detected a bit of jealousy on my part, John?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm being interviewed by the executive farm director. So.
And being joined by Amber Brossard, who in a real job was with the Riverbend Nature Center, right, Amber?
Yep, I am not an executive of anything. I am the education coordinator at Riverbend.
You're the executive director of the education at Riverbend.
Yeah, sure.
You just stick around us long enough, you'll have a title.
Yeah. John, one of the things I enjoy most about being here at KDHL is really get to know people. I first got to know Amber when she was about a little girl. Look, grown up through college, have a job and a career back home in Faribault. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. I mean, this is a pretty wonderful town, and there's
But
lots
now
of
I'm
fun
also
stuff.
jealous because Amber has a name tag. Do you have a name tag?
Not on me.
Oh.
I can make one for you if you like.
Yeah, I would, yes.
Oh.
For the Rice County Fair.
I will do that.
But I don't want to mooch any free mega ride tickets because that's for the younger crowd.
I don't know. I still think you had a good idea. Put everybody from KDHL on there and
On the zipper.
on the zipper.
Why is Amber laughing?
We would stand there and watch you.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, you mentioned ride tickets very soon. The mega ride tickets will be available where in Faribault?
They'll be available at the office, at the fairgrounds, at our office, and then we'll have them available at Hy-Vee grocery store here in Faribault. So.
And that's a good deal for those that like to do that sort of thing. Get a mega ride ticket, and then how does it work? Is it good for the whole run?
It's good for the whole run of the fair.
Ride till you drop, then?
Ride till you drop, and you know, you come in, you get the ticket, and you buy it, and they take your picture, and they put it on a name badge. You wear it around your neck, and you treat that's like,
your pass.
That's your pass, and then you can ride from sun up to sundown or whenever the ride's open because. And a lot of people take advantage of it, and you know what? When you think about it, it's really a great deal, you know. And so they make a great gift, and a lot of people take advantage of it, and we're just glad we can offer something like this.
You mentioned last week that the fair books were going to soon be available.
Exactly.
Too,
So they're going to print as we speak, and I'm hoping that by early next week we should have them available.
It's always fun to look at those, but tell you what, when I need something, it seems like it's faster just to go to the website and find it rather than try and find out where I put the fair book and go digging through there.
Exactly.
Does that mean I'm a computer geek now?
Oh,
just move on, John. Don't answer that. Amber's laughing again.
She is. So anyway, I'm glad that we have Amber here with us today. Amber plays a big part with our DNR building. She coordinates everything that goes on in there, and you know, she's just a breath of fresh air.
Is she the executive coordinator of the DNR building at the Rice County? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Amber, I bet you really enjoy doing that, because this is, what, a couple years now you've kind of taken charge of that?
Yeah, this will be the second year that I've taken charge of it, and last year went really, really smooth. We did a lot of cleaning up some of the displays in the building and relabeling things so that people knew what was going on, and also I believe the fish tank pumps were replaced, so all the fish were very healthy and happy the whole time too, which was wonderful. Mm-hmm. And I think we're looking forward to another really smooth, wonderful information for people again this year.
I'm sure some people are thinking, gee, I've never gone in the DNR building. You have fish tanks in it? Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of really neat stuff to do. We try to make it as interactive and hands-on as possible, and the focus is really the different conservation groups that we have in the area, so it's a chance for the community to come in and see what groups are around the area and what they could volunteer with and what we're doing, and then there's also fun activities. I know last year we had a make your own tracking mold, and we had some furs and things for people to touch, so there's lots of really fun hands-on stuff happening in there.
Yeah, well, and the whole idea being trying to maybe educate fairgoers just a bit too on what's going on, have mm-hmm. fun, but educate it. Of course, I guess that's what the fair is all about.
That's, you know, one of my goals is, you know, is I'm emphasizing, you know, we don't only want to have an entertaining fair, but we want to provide some educational information to the public, and that's what it's about. You know, come to the fair, and you know, hopefully, you know, if they can go home with something that they didn't know before, you know, we've completed our mission, and so I'm happy that, you know, we do have Amber working with us, and we are, you know, conservation and DNR and wildlife, that's all a big part of Rice County also, and I'm glad that we can have a building to represent that.
Will you have other animals, species of some sort in a DNR building too, or is it mainly just the fish in a big aquarium?
I think mostly we'll have the fish. Riverbend might be bringing a few animals.
They have some unusual characters there. I'm trying to think, what was it? The blue-tongued skink. That's it.
You got it. Yep. So
I think John should have to kiss the blue-tongued skink.
Executive blue-tongued skink.
Yeah. But that would be fun too, to see some unusual animals if you brought out, you know, different animal or a few animals out. Well, it'd be a nice way to promote the Riverbend Nature Center at the same time.
Yeah, and also, I mean, that will be kind of a hit or miss. We won't necessarily have a live animal there the whole time because they do need a break. There's a lot of people going through there, and it's also hot for the animals. But if Riverbend does have a few animals, they'll be there once in a while. But there's also all those taxidermied species inside, and there's some really cool ones in there. So even if they aren't alive, I think it's cool for people to come and, you know, see some of those animals really up close.
You must have some help, though, kind of reorganizing and getting everything set up in that big building, don't you, Amber?
Yeah, we do, definitely. And I don't know, is it some of the employees of you guys do a really great job of cleaning everything up before we get there, too.
Yeah, you know, the maintenance guys, you know, they go in there and they keep it up and they clean it up as best as we can. You know, and I mean, the building's getting old, and so, you know, it's got to be kind of treated with kid gloves, you know, and then you want to make sure that it's going to last. It's a very unique building. If you look inside the building, you know, the structure of the building is made from tree trunks and tree branches, and so that's kind of a unique thing to see. You don't see that too often. We did do some repairs on the roof this year. We had with a couple windstorms that came through, blew off some of the shingles off the roof, so we replaced some of the shingles. And one of our things that we're going to put on our list of many things to do is it needs to have some attention done to the roof, so we're going to be looking to put a new roof on it.
Maybe a whole new roof.
A whole new roof on it, and so you know, that's something that's coming down the line. But you know, for now it's up and it's going to be running, and it's in great shape, and it's a unique building, and you know, come on by and take a look at it.
I've said so many times, this is what a county fair is all about. You find someone like Amber with expertise and a passion in a certain area, and they step up to help organize a part of the fair.
Exactly. It just takes a little bit off of my plate. That, you know, that's one less thing that I have to make sure is running smooth. And you know, one of the unique things I look into it is that building was built with all donations from people, and they still have it. When you look up into the rafters kind of on the south end, you see all the people that donated to make it possible to have that building there. So I always think, you know, that's a unique thing to have in there, just a reminder, say, hey, you know what, we're keeping the tradition going that people started years ago.
And maybe that's their legacy, because I would expect a lot of those people have long since passed that helped get that. Because I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you know what year the DNR building was built?
I do not.
You check on that for next week's program. But then some of the other additions, even different businesses that put something out there, like the water gardens, the rain gardens, you know, with the forget the exact term of it. There's one by the DNR building, and then there's another one by the exhibit building. Well, it sure adds a lot to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, and the gardens outside the DNR conservation building are just beautiful. There's would it be considered a rain garden out there? There's some kind of water feature.
Yeah, with the water volume. There's something
the
relaxing about hearing water.
Yeah.
And you know, and the master gardeners, they do a great job with that area out there.
Yeah, the new gazebo. There again, they stepped up and built that nice fancy gazebo for people to enjoy.
They can have some demonstrations in there. A new thing that they added this year is they put in a raised flower bed that they're going to have out there. You know, just different ways that they can demonstrate to people, you know, what can you do in your backyard that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and that, you know, you could afford to do by yourself, and you can handle it by yourself. And you know, throughout the fair, you know, they'll be there answering questions, and you know, they just take such great care of it.
Anything unique in the way of new food vendors that are going to be at the Rice County Fair this year? You know, didn't you say, Amber, didn't you hear that those of us that volunteer and help out with the fair, we just get a free pass to any food vendors the entire run of the fair? Isn't that what you heard?
Sure I heard
That's what I heard.
Did you hear that at the Rice County Fair?
Yes, yes.
You heard that?
We are the executive food inspectors.
Okay. Good luck with that. Wait a minute now, Jerry. Wait a minute, Jerry.
My boss, John, is giving me the break. Enough of the executive already.
It seems to me that somebody's always out there for breakfast, and I don't know. That's all I'm going to say.
Amber, if you show up out there early, we might be able to finagle breakfast for you too at the Cardinal Cafe. Now that John is trying to mooch in, and John Dvorak, the executive secretary, who's trying to get a free breakfast along with John and I here. Never mind, we better take a break, and then we'll continue with today's Fair Talk here on AM Minnesota. You have Director John Dvorak of the Rice County Fair, and Amber Brossard, who's the education coordinator at the Riverbend Nature Center, and the executive director of the DNR building at the Rice County Fair.
Just made that up. That's not true.
No, John has the power to grant titles, right, John?
That's right.
And you think this is wild here on AM Minnesota today? You ought to see us out at the Rice County Fair the whole week. It's like that, isn't it, John?
That's right. That's right. We have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. You know, that we can talk about the fair like this, and that we do have a fair. You know, we have a lot of people that take a lot of pride in the fair, and they put this fair together, help put this fair together, and you know, with all the volunteers that we have helping, it just wouldn't be possible. So, you know, we're grateful that we have the help, and we can put on the best show we can.
And the supporters. A lot of businesses maybe don't have a lot of time, or individuals, but they make a donation and say, I'm going to sponsor the Fair Queen coronation, I'm going to sponsor part of the truck and tractor pull, or whatever the case may be.
And exactly so, and we're very thankful that we do have these individuals and these companies that come forward and step forward and, you know, want to be part of the fair, and that's the way they can be part of the fair, by donating. So, you know, we're very fortunate that we have those individuals.
By the way, do I get to unhook the sleds from the trucks and the tractors?
That's your job.
Okay. I have the best seat in the house.
Sounds like a good one.
They don't pay me, but they don't charge me admission either. So is that a barter system then? Is that what
kind
that's
of a barter system? That's right.
We better mention, or Kathy Cap will send me a nasty email. The deadline for the Fair Queen coronation is sign up. Didn't she say last week it's like the end of June, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, gals, if you want to get in there and participate in this coronation, you know, get a hold of Kathy or call us at the office here, and we can give you information, or go on our website, and all your information is there.
Yep, and like the qualifications, and you know, there's certain age restrictions, I'm thinking, but you can find all of that out at the fair site, or at the website. Better say thank you to a certain Tara Langevin, I think, who kind of helps you keep that all up to date.
Exactly.
Doesn't
So
she? I knew John wasn't doing the website. I don't know how I knew that.
That's right.
But there again, someone who has the ability to do that steps up, and you know, that's some money that could go towards something else then, because she volunteers her time, so you have more money for other free attractions, or get another band in, or something.
That's exactly right. And then, you know, talking about people volunteering, you know, we are talking about the DNR building here, and I just let Amber, she'll explain to you who all the people are in there that are donating their time, and the different groups that are in there, and you know, stop in there and during the fair and visit with them, and they'll be glad to visit with you.
We have a lot of the same groups that we had last year, which is wonderful. It's getting to be kind of a community within the community, this conservation building.
And after all, if you go and help staff a booth, it's an excuse to be out of the office and at the fair for the day.
Although we'll see what the weather does, because sometimes an air-conditioning office doesn't sound so bad after 8 hours.
No, John told me last week already, he put his order in, so we're going to have 80 degrees and sunshine.
Oh, sounds good. Well, this year we have Riverbend Nature Center, of course, in the building, and we're also going to have the DNR, which those two make a lot of sense. We'll also have Cannon River Watershed Partnership. They were there last year, and they brought some really fun displays. We'll have the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, the Master Gardeners, and Rice County Soil and Water Conservation District. Am I missing anybody?
I think that's pretty much got it right on the head there.
Yeah, so between those groups we get a whole variety of different experiences and different activities and different takes on conservation. It's really a really great mix of people.
And then there's some different conservation programs, and oh, what is it now? It was rolled out by the Minnesota Department of Agriculture, where your farm qualifies and then you're exempt from any additional further restrictions for 10 years. It's kind of like the river-friendly farmer, where, you know, it's just a way of documenting I'm doing a great job protecting the environment. I expect they'd have some information on that. So they're, again, part of the education and talk to farmers and landowners about.
And I should also mention that all of these organizations that are in the conservation building, they actually, most of their booths, they're staffed by volunteers, which is really, really wonderful, because they don't have a whole lot of staff, just like, you know, a lot of other places, and so it's really great that we have such a big group willing to help us out.
We don't have a lot of time left yet, John. Quickly, any other special things you'd like to mention about the Rice County Fair coming up? What, the 20th of July, is it?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's around the corner, and you know, our new event that we're having at the fair this year, the Battle of the Bands. So if you got a band together and you want to come and compete and see if you can win the battle, we encourage you to sign up. We're going to cut it off at 10 bands, and we're hoping to fill 10 spots there. And you know, keep in mind the winner of that competition will be the band for the Blue Collar Festival on Friday, August 13th, I believe is the date. Or August 12th. So you know, I think that you know, it'd be a great way to kick off your band's career. You know, come out and say, hey, I started it at the Rice County Fair by winning the Battle of the Bands.
And when is that at the fair?
That is Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday
Okay.
night at 6:30 at the grandstand. So hopefully, you know, it's a new event, and we're hoping that we can draw some interest, and that a lot of bands are interested, and it'll be a fun time for everybody.
We need a battle of the radio people somehow or another.
Well, we could figure
We'll
something
figure
out for
something
next
out.
year.
As always, if you have any questions, concerns, talk to somebody, stop out at the office, call the office, check the website.
Yeah, we check the website. We're on Facebook. You know, you can post comments on Facebook. Call me at the office if you need to talk to something. And you know, if you got an idea, and you don't be afraid to get a hold of me. And you know, we can't use everybody's ideas because we get a lot of ideas, but you know, we're willing to listen to anybody, and always open to hear new ideas.
Ember, you got 20 seconds to get a plug in for the Riverbend Nature Center.
A plug for Riverbend. Well, we just started our summer camp, so we have kids 3 to 10 right now running around at Riverbend, and it is a blast. We've been doing lots of new exciting things. There's conservation efforts happening there. There's always something going on, so stop out there too.
Yeah, it's open. You can go walk through the walking paths.
Yeah, it's open. The trails are open 365 days a year.
Thanks, Amber. Thanks, John. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks.